CVT transmission fluid type. The CVT transmission isn't a new technology. CVT units are similar to the CVT found in many Nissans since 2002, made as mass production. In this article, we'll focus on the fluid characteristics of the CVT used in Daimler Chrysler, Nissan and other vehicles. In the next article and video, we'll look into the electronic and computer control systems. Let's start with the basics, such as checking fluid level. The CVT uses a special fluid, designated CVT F+4, which is specifically designed for them. According to the manufacturer, the unit requires this special fluid, because of the higher pressures used in operation, special metal parts, and the need to prevent belt slippage. For identification purposes, the fluid is colored green, and even a small amount of regular red ATF fluid will cause severe damage to the CVT. So, we repeat, even if you were to put a small amount of the red automatic transmission fluid on a CVT, you'll damage the unit. The quarter-gallon bottle has a part number 05191184R, and the 5-gallon jug is part number 05191185R. Checking the fluid in the CVT is no easy matter. The procedure follows along the same lines as many of the newer non-CVT transmissions. There's no dipstick. Customers are directed to take their vehicle to a shop every 16,000 miles to have a technician check their fluid. On a Dodge, a special tool, Miller part number 9336, is used to check the level, which depends on fluid temperature. The fluid level can change almost half an inch from 75 superscript OF to 180 superscript OF. The level must be checked with the 9336 dipstick and cross-referenced to a chart or table. From the bottom of the internal stop, the fluid level should be 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 1½ inches 138 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 inch and 3/4 191 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 inches. The dipstick is rather accessible today, and is definitely not the issue in the process of measuring the CVT fluid. On the other hand, getting an accurate temperature reading on the fluid is what makes servicing the CVT so tricky. Getting a transmission fluid temperature reading with an infrared thermometer is not good enough. You have to know the exact temperature to get an accurate reading on the dipstick. That being said, you can buy an expensive digital temperature gauge, and pay $350 and up, but that is ridiculous, unless you already have one. That being said, this is what we present you here as a tried and tested procedure. Purchase a low-cost digital meat thermometer. This one was $15 at Amazon. Then, remove the digital tip thermistor from the measuring bar or stick at the thermometer. Finally, tape the thermistor to the dipstick. You may also use a regular off-the-shelf straight piece of stainless steel wire and attach the thermistor to it. Then, use the 9336 dipstick by itself. The idea here is to read temperature and fluid level at the same time. Then, compare the measurements to the chart. Remember, on CVTs the fluid level is dependent on temperature. The fluid is expected to last the life of the vehicle, but some manufacturers would require the fluid to be changed every 60,000 miles. According to some manufacturers, if the vehicle is driven in extreme weather, stop-and-go conditions, and other heavy driving conditions, a fluid replacement is needed every 60,000 miles.